What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JohnnyKpicks. And in this video, I'm going to go over all the bets that I have so far for UFC 273, Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. So I'm really looking forward to this fight card. It should be another good one. But first things first, please hit that like button, make friends with that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any of my new videos or live streams. So UFC Columbus was a couple weeks ago now, and just like many people, I did have a losing night, which broke my 5-fight card winning streak. But the good news though, if there's any, I did only lose minus 0.5 units on the night. So I am thankful for that because it could have been a lot worse. But nights like that are going to happen every now and then. You can't win every fight card. But I did want to share with you my betting stats overall for 2022 so far. So with my bets, I'm 42-34. I'm up 28.42 units profit. My ROI is 33%. And on average, I've won 2.84 units per event. And just a little reminder, I do post all of my bet slips on my Instagram, so if you're ever curious about them, go ahead, feel free to check them out. But alright, enough about losing, and let's start a new winning streak this week for UFC 273. The first bet I have is the Big 3 parlay that I'm sure everyone already has. I bet 2.5 units on Chimaev, Yan, and Volkanovski to win, and I got that at minus 115. With Chimaev, I know Burns is going to be his toughest competition so far, but I just can't bet against him. I think he has a clear path to victory in this fight, and that's to keep the fight standing. And if he can do that, I do think he's eventually going to KO Burns. And with Yan, this fight may play out a little bit closer than the line says, but I still like Yan in this matchup. Let's make no mistake about it, I think Sterling's only chance to win this fight is if he gets a submission maybe in the first or second round. Yan does like to use the first round to get his reads in, but once that round is over, I think he's going to take over the rest of the fight, and he should cruise to an easy 49-46 decision. And with Volkanovski, I know the Korean Zombie is an excellent boxer, but Volkanovski is the more well-rounded fighter. And I do think if he does mix in a couple takedowns here and there and uses leg kicks effectively, I do think he's going to be able to slow down the Korean Zombie. And if he can do that, I don't see how he loses. Next bet I have is an underdog bet. I bet 1 unit on Madsen to win, and I got that at plus 130. So for me, Madsen should have zero issues taking down Pichel, since Pichel's takedown defense is only 25%. But I will say though, Pichel does not accept being on his back. He does get up a lot once he's taken down. And I know Madsen's cardio tends to fade a little bit as the fight goes on, but I do think he's going to be able to do enough in at least the first 2 rounds. And even if he is gassed in the 3rd round, I think a 50% Madsen can take down 100% Michelle, so I'm not worried about that one bit. The third bet I have was supposed to be a 2-fighter parlay, but the Duplessis and Hernandez fight got switched around, and then now Duplessis is not even fighting. So now it's just a straight bet. I bet 1 unit on Pennington to win, and that's at minus 170. So I really do like Pennington in this matchup. And I know she's taking this fight on short notice, but honestly, that doesn't scare me one bit because she usually does have good cardio anyway. I do think Pennington's going to be the better striker and the stronger fighter. And also when Pennington's pushing her opponent against the cage, I think that's when she does her best work. And as long as she can keep the fight standing and stuff the lad's takedowns, I think she should be able to cruise to an easy decision victory here. The next bet I have is a prop bet. I bet 1 unit on Torres to win by decision, and I got that at plus 150. So right off the bat, I will be sweating this fight in the first round because I really think the only chance Dern has to win this fight is to get the fight to the mat. But the problem is Dern's takedown accuracy and her technique is god awful. And I really think Torres is going to be too strong and too quick, and she does have pretty good takedown defense. So I don't think Dern's going to be able to get her to the mat at all. And Torres is a really good striker, but she's not much of a finisher. So for me, it's one of 2 options. If you like Torres to win, just bet her by decision. If you like Dern to win, I would just bet her by submission. I think those are the only 2 outcomes in this fight, and I like Torres, so. And my last bet is another prop bet. I bet 1 unit on Chimaev to win by knockout, and I got that at plus 165. So as I said earlier, in one of my bets, Chimaev has a clear path to victory, and that's to keep the fight standing and use his striking against Burns. The main thing for me is I keep going back to the Usman-Burns fight where Usman knocked him out with a jab. And if Usman can knock him out with a jab, what do you think Chimaev's going to be able to do with his striking? I can maybe see Burns shooting for takedowns and trying to get this fight to the mat, but even so, I think Chimaev's going to be too strong for Burns, and he might reverse Burns to the mat, and if that happens, I don't see him trying to go for a submission. He'll probably go for ground and pound, so I like the KO prop here a lot. Alright guys, so those are my bets so far for UFC 273. Be sure to check back on this video's comment section on Instagram or on Twitter for any added bets that I place. Good luck to everybody who's betting this weekend, and until next time, happy fight night.